Good evening, welcome to the Wildcat Sports Network. I'm Donald Tucker, the voice of the Wildcats. On tonight's show, we take a look at possibly one of the biggest games for Har-BER this year as we take on the Bentonville Tigers. Plus, Trey Smith and David Vowell will be in the studio to join us. Today is October 9th, 2015, and Wildcat Sports Network starts now. Last Friday was against our crosstown rival Springdale Bulldogs, and while our Wildcats certainly came out on top, there was a much deeper tradition behind the game.
The week of rivals, that can only mean one thing. Two teams compete to be the best of the city. 10 years of traditions and turning one game into one community. I took to the stands to see just what it means to the fans.
Back in the old days, football's always been big. You look where we are, we're in Arkansas. Last time I checked the globe, that means we're in the South. And when you're in the South, especially in Arkansas, that means football's big. You come together on a Friday night, and it's just special for everyone. Everyone comes together. It's in your blood. I remember growing up with my dad and my grandpa. I'd watch football with them. I'd played football myself, and just coming back together, you can be with your old buddies, reminiscing the good old days and seeing your kids whoop down on whoever they're playing. But it's just a lot of fun regardless. So.
With Har-BER and Springdale rivalry, the one thing that ensues years after year is Spirit Week. And Har-BER celebrates it in a very unique way.
Spirit Week, definitely a big tradition. The whiteout for the Springdale game is always the biggest game of the year. It means a lot to me. Just Har-BER, pride in Har-BER, and rivals, crosstown rivals. It's a big deal.
While Har-BER celebrates in their unique, and Springdale in their own, the one thing that remains true is that regardless of the score, a community is brought together.
Springdale's awesome. We have cool pep rallies, and this means that Springdale's still great regardless of what that says over there.
10 years of Har-BER football, 10 years of competition, 10 years of Springdale. Regardless of what the scoreboard says, it's about the relationships built. For WCSN, I'm Ashlyn Grace Brothers.
Thanks, Ashlyn. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we'll have Coach Wood with us to help recap last Friday night. Stay tuned. You're watching the Wildcat Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Susie Everett with Everett Chevrolet. You've heard me say we have a better way to buy your new Chevy. If you've not been here to find out what that means, I want to invite you to come see us. You'll love the way we do business. And you can shop our great selection of the North American Truck of the Year, the Chevy Silverado, with the best V8 fuel economy of any full-size truck. Family owned, customer friendly, Everett Chevrolet in Springdale, I-49 at Elm Springs Road.
Hometown. That word still means something here. It means we're neighbors. We do the right thing. We care about your family. And you deserve the very best every time you walk in the front door. Harps. Hometown fresh.
Welcome back. Here with us now is Coach Wood. Coach, let's talk a little bit about last Friday night. Crosstown rival, big game. From our perspective, it looks like there's not a lot to improve on when you win 48-10 against Springdale. What's your takeaway from watching the game, Phil?
Well, I thought our guys played with great passion. They took it just like another week. Try to get better each week, try to do little things better. I thought as we got into it, I thought defense kind of set the precedence for us. They got they got them stopped, punted, and then we were able to score on second down. We felt they were going to bring pressure. Tried to screen them early. It did pay off big for us. And then I thought another big play in the game early on, even when it was still trying to settle down, was the fumble that we recovered right around midfield and then came right back, tried to get a little special play on them, came up a little bit short on that. Then we settled back down, continued to kind of put points on. And just executed for the most part. But once you get back to film and you see the details of it, there's just a lot of things you can still get better at, and that's what we're trying to do.
You mentioned in the past shows the kicking game has been kind of a source that you wanted to focus on.
Right.
Has the kicking game improved? Is it where you want it to be at this stage in the season?
Well, we really like Jesus, our sophomore kicker. Friday night probably wasn't his best night at kicking, but he's a kid that continues to get better. Like what we're doing, we really didn't have any opportunities on punt returns. Our punt team, they really didn't get very many opportunities Friday night. Kickoff team, they got some work, and they're doing a good job covering the lanes and all that. And I mean, it's just one of those situations last Friday night. There just wasn't a lot of work for our special teams. And but you know, we'll have opportunities down the road to get them some more work, and they just got to focus and practice on the details. So when it is a big opportunity for them, they're ready to go.
What are the things that you practice on this week to get better after Bentonville?
Well, I can't tell you that. We're playing. No, I'm kidding. You know, we're just, you know, we really worry about ourselves, to be honest with you. I mean, we always want to be better tacklers defensively. We want to be assignment-driven defensively, and we're striving to do that. And, you know, our defensive staff with Coach Fimple and them, they have a great plan. They always put a great plan in place, and it's just getting a lot of reps for those kids will execute it. But it comes down to the little things like Friday night against Springdale. I had a couple opportunities to get some picks. Came up a little bit short on that. So they get back into practice the next week. They work on those areas. They try to, you know, create turnovers, recovering those, trying to make the plays where they can get the ball. Then offensively, you know, we just got to continue to improve in the trenches. You know, we want to be better on our combo blocks, routes, blocking downfield from the receiver position, running backs hitting the holes. I mean, we're just a group that really focuses on the little things, the simple things of the game, try to be as great at it as we can. We feel like that's going to give us a chance on a Friday night.
Great. Coach, if you would hang around with us, we're going to bring you back to help us close out the show. If you would stay with us, coming up next we have Trey Smith. You're watching the Wildcat Sports Network.
We came to HAR-BER Bank to see what makes it different.
It's a community bank that really reaches out to the customers to make them feel special. I feel special every time I come in here.
They want to be involved in the community and want to be part of the community.
They support our university, our athletic department.
They've told us that they could have a fleet of volunteers there to help this year if we needed.
I see them at a lot of our Hispanic community events that we do.
I can't think of another bank in the city that has such a big community presence as HAR-BER.
HAR-BER Bank, our customers say it best.
This is Jack. And this
I am starving!
is Jack's appetite. It's never satisfied.
I'm hungry.
Seriously, dude?
What?
Then Jack's mom started serving Tyson Anytizer snacks. With all white meat and lots of protein, they're the only snacks that make Jack's appetite disappear. Tyson Anytizer snacks. Consider snacking solved.
Here with us now is Trey Smith. Trey, welcome to the show.
All right, thank you.
Tell me a little bit about how your season's gone so far this year.
My season has gone pretty well. I've actually had a lot more catches this year than I had last year. My receiving stats have gone up. So far as my rushing stats, they really haven't really gotten anywhere yet, but I'm hoping they're going to get bigger as the year goes.
Excellent.
So my year's gone pretty well. I mean, we're only in to Bentonville now, so I'm hoping for a big game tonight.
Excellent. Tell me, how does this year compare to last season as far as you go?
This year, just the people around me, they've actually helped me focus a lot more on this season. My mind is actually a little more tuned into state this year, to whereas last year it really wasn't, because I was just a sophomore starting on varsity. So, I mean, this year I'm more into the game. I'm actually more comfortable out on the field this year. So,
excellent. You've had a week to watch film and to run against scout defense on Bentonville. Mm-hmm. What have you seen there? What's the takeaway for your practices so far this week?
Well, Bentonville's defense, they're probably going to be one of the quickest defenses we'll face throughout conference. We compare them a lot to Rockhurst, who we previously beat. Their corners, I mean, we noticed on film that when they're up close, I mean, we work little press drills and stuff like that, when they're up close on us, we'll be able to get past them really quick. And I mean, so far as their secondary is actually really fluent with Logan Darby or Tyrone Mahone or Kerry Collier. But I know these guys, so I know that, I mean, we'll do whatever we can to just get past them in the offensive game.
Excellent. Trey, thanks for coming on the show.
All right, thank you.
Good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's get another quick commercial break. When we come back, we will have Coach Fimple here to talk a little bit about the defense side of the ball with us. Don't change the channel. Wildcat Sports Network will be right back.
Do you need new tires? Do you want a price match guarantee? Do you want to wait in a newly renovated waiting room? Do you want tire services at any time with no appointment? Then Tire Tracks is the place for you. With our price match guarantee and the largest inventory of new and used tires in the area, we have tires for every budget. Tire Tracks, Northwest Arkansas's largest independent tire dealer.
Welcome home to Lindsay Living. Affordable rates, available on-site management, attitudes of service, and amenities unmatched make residents love where they live and play. From value-packed basic apartments to resort-style living on golf courses, we manage options to fit your needs and wants. Apply online at lindsaymanagement.com for locations throughout Arkansas and in surrounding states.
Welcome back. Here with us now is Coach Fimple, whose first team defense has given up just 13 points in the last 4 weeks. Coach, welcome to the show.
Appreciate it.
Coach, give us a little bit about your history and what you've done before coming to Har-BER.
Okay, starting off, it's been several places, but I actually started in El Dorado, Arkansas under Scooter Register. That was a while back. After that, I traveled to Fort Smith Southside. I was there with Jeff Williams, who was my roommate in college. When I graduated from Henderson, we ended up hooking up down at El Dorado. I left there and went to Fayetteville, and then from Fayetteville, I moved over to Har-BER. And I've been a defensive coordinator now, let's see, I'm going on year 20, so 18 years.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Tell me a little bit about your responsibilities here at Har-BER.
Well, I'm the associate head coach, which allows me to I run a couple practices, especially in the afternoons, just with the special teams and things like that. Do a lot of stuff for Chris that the duties that he doesn't have time for when he's speaking, things like that. And then I'm the defensive coordinator along with Coach Travis Moreland. We kind of do it together. And then the whole group that I have is a great knowledge base that I have in my staff that we put the plan together ourselves, and work it from there.
Tell me a little bit, if you could, in one sentence, describe your defensive philosophy.
Oh, it's play hard. I think these next guys that will come up here, even the other one that plays on offense, will tell you that I'm a pretty intense guy. I was raised that way in Alma, played under a guy named Frankie Vines that a lot of people know about, and that's the only way I know to do it. When you line up, that you play hard. My philosophy is built off of tackling and turnovers, the things that you have to play defense. And Vowell and these guys that you talk to throughout the year, I think they'll tell you, we started tackling in January of last year. We started putting in our new system and working it from there. And then the little things that, a lot of people say, okay, scheme-wise, we're going to do this. But it all comes down to those base, blocks that you can incorporate into those kids. And they, our kids have done a really good job. That first stat you saw with 13 points, that's the kids. I think they've bought into it. This bunch here is a very solid bunch. They're great kids to work with. They've done everything we've asked them to do. And it makes it fun as a coach to have those kids like that.
Speaking of teamwork, we had Ashland brothers on the field to take a personal look with our coach's spotlight. Ashland, take it away.
Har-BER High School football. And this year, the team's success is not only built on the offensive scoring, but on the defensive foundation.
Really just a tackling, kind of a philosophy I've had over the years. Nothing different than most defensive coordinators. We've just tried to be a lot better at tackling, getting turnovers during the football game, a bond between the guys, the understanding of doing their own job. Everything will work out if you do your job. Really nothing that anybody hadn't done before. We just tried to build it through, during the summer, going down to Hoover and Auburn and all that. So we hope we've worked on it real well.
The success on the field has not only impacted the players throughout the game, but also off the field, as well as his passion shows through.
He's extremely energetic. He loves working with the kids. You can see the passion in his eyes when he's out on the field. And I think we just feed off of that as a defense, and that's how we've been so successful. He gives us the tools, and we implement them, and we love playing for him.
I think as a Coach Fimple, he provides a lot of experience, he's been to a lot of state championships. He's been on a lot of great teams. So I think just having him as a defensive coordinator, he has the mindset, and he knows what we need to be a great team.
Throughout his success, he stays humble as a coach and attributes the victories through a true meaning of teamwork.
You can see how, again, the philosophy that we've worked on, and I have a great staff. Those guys work extremely hard. I think we're all on the same page, and I think it's kind of bled off into the kids. I think the kids believe in it. They've done really well with it. They understand their job, their roles that they have, and sometimes it might be to get blocked where another guy makes the play, and that's part of it. And you can see them. It's fun to watch them grow. But, you know, when we started out against Webb City, we had some mistakes. We grew from that the next week, and we're continuing to grow. Are we where we need to be yet? Probably not, but we're still working at it real hard, and I think that's a sign of how good of kids we have.
13 points in the past 4 weeks. Those are the numbers of his success and his players' passion as we approach the midway part of the season. One thing for sure, we can only get better with time. For WCSN, I'm Ashlyn Grace Brothers.
Thanks, Ashlyn. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we'll have David Vowell with us. Stay right there. You're watching the Wildcat Sports Network.
We came to Arvest Bank to see what makes it different.
They took the time to get to know us personally.
They're like my financial counselors through all of this.
I was able to call her anytime I needed.
I enjoy them and I love them and they're like family to me.
You can't get through the door without somebody saying hello. I've tried.
They made me feel at home.
Like a house you walk into and you feel like you can put your feet up on the furniture.
Have you ever actually put your feet up on the furniture?
No, I haven't.
Arvest Bank, our customers say it best.
Hi, I'm Susie Everett. Here at Everett Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, family-owned, customer-friendly is more than just a slogan. We're dedicated to giving you the best car buying experience you've ever had. We really do want what's best for our customers, and it shows in everything we do. So come see us for a better way to buy Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, the Ram 1500. Family-owned, customer-friendly, Everett Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Springdale.
Welcome back. Here with us now is David Vowell. David, welcome to the show.
Good to be here.
Tell us a little bit about how your season's gone so far this year.
I think this year it's got a lot better compared to last year. Last year, I think I totaled 18 tackles in the season, and this year I've already surpassed that. And I think that this year alone, the reason it's been a better season for me is I've focused more on the weight room and cardio and conditioning. I think that's really helped me with my season and how it's going so far.
Excellent. You've had the whole week to study the scout team, watch film on Bentonville. What's your takeaway there?
As far as Bentonville's offense goes, their main running plays is the inside zone and the pin and pull. And watching the film over Northside versus Bentonville, I think what we can take away from that is coming off the ball against their O-line is going to be huge. They average on the O-line. They're big on the O-line, so they have heavy hands. So coming off on them is going to be important about staying low, staying physical, and just not overthinking the play and just coming off the ball and doing what we do.
Excellent. David, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
You bet. All right, one last word from our sponsors. Up next is Coach Wood to break down Bentonville. Stay tuned. You're watching the Wildcat Sports Network.
Chevrolet has the longest lasting, most dependable full-size trucks on the road. And at Everett Chevrolet, we think the slogan, "Find New Roads," couldn't be more at home than in beautiful Northwest Arkansas. The 2015 Silverado has the most fuel-efficient gas V8 ever, perfect for those long drives in the country. And for those new roads that are hard to find, Silverado's rugged power will pull you through. Family-owned, customer-friendly, Everett Chevrolet in Springdale.
We came to Arvest Bank to see what makes it different.
I'm from the old school, I believe in people talking to people.
When they say have a good day, I think they actually mean it.
Yeah, there's a smile every time you come in.
I walk in, I feel like a king rather than a pauper.
It doesn't matter if you deposit $1 or $1 million.
They treat everybody the same.
The customer comes first, and I like that.
They always go above and beyond to take care of us.
I didn't rehearse this.
No.
This is coming from right here.
Arvest Bank, our customers say it best.
Here we go. We are only a few minutes away from kickoff, but back with us now is Coach Wood to help us break down the Tigers. Coach, you've watched film, you studied them. What's your takeaway from the Bentonville Tigers?
Well, it's a typical Bentonville Tiger football team. I think, Coach Grant and that staff's done a fantastic job. Bentonville knows who they are. They have an identity. Defensively, they base out of that three front. They're sound. Their inside linebackers are really good, play downhill. Got a really sound secondary, tries to keep everything in front of you. They're a pressure defense, so if you get a play and you start getting a little positive, they're going to bring pressure, try to disrupt that series. Their kicking game's always sound. Offensively, Casey Ford's a winner. He's got state championships. He's got rings on his finger, a couple of them in football, to help take the baseball team to the state championship game, so the kid knows how to win. Coach Dannenauer, the offensive line, OC, does a fantastic job on their zone scheme. They're adding a little bit more to what they're doing, trying to get the ball out of there because Casey can make all the throws. But it's a typical Bentonville team. I mean, they're good at what they do. I know they're winning with a lot of tradition right now and execution. And for us to, be a good ball club, we're going to have to do little things right.
Who are some people on the defensive side that you've kind of got on your radar that you're looking out for?
Well, I'm not a big guy that studies names. I study more of the positional stuff, but like both inside linebackers are tremendous talents. Very aggressive. They play downfield. Of course, Mahone, a kid that lived in Springdale and moved up to Bentonville, is one of their top talents at the corner position. And so we've known him since he was an 8th grader just because he was in the system, and just a tremendous talent coming back off that ACL in the state championship last year. He's a game changer. You got to be aware of him at all times. Their defensive front, the front three are always pretty good hands.
Excellent. What are the keys to tonight's game, Coach?
Well, I think the biggest keys, and traditionally with playing Bentonville, is field position. What Bentonville does to you is they keep you pinned, and that means they keep you on your side of the ball. They don't ever get the field flipped, and so they always have a short distance to go as an offense, and then they quick strike with big plays over the top. So it's very important for us not to get 3 and outs, win the field position. Field position is going to be everything, and it's going to come down to turnovers. Whoever wins the turnover battle is going to win this football game.
Excellent, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
That's all the time we have for tonight's show. Stay tuned at halftime for our halftime show. For Superintendent Dr. Jim Rollins and Athletic Director Wayne Stellick, I'm Donald Tucker. Stay tuned. Up next is Kickoff. We'll see you next time. You're watching the Wildcat Sports Network.